All right, y'all, the time has come. We got to start breaking down the Gempire. All right, so what we're gonna do is hit Home Depot and get some small heavyweight boxes for all of the hardcover books. Each box can hold like 4 to 6 Omnis depending on the thickness, even a little bit more if they're all thin ones. I have about 400 hardcovers here in total. So I mean, if that's like 400 divided by 5 on the average, that's like 80 boxes. I don't think we're gonna need anywhere near 80 boxes. So maybe we'll go pick up like, I don't know, 20 or 30 boxes. We'll see what Phie thinks. And then we'll show you guys how we're gonna pack these up to move. I do need to pack up the statues as well, but I only got 7 out here right now. We got Stan Lee, so he'll go up, you know, nicely in his Iron Studios box. We've got Elektra, we've got the Hulk versus Wolverine, we got the Weapon X. These Sentinels are gonna be a pain because they have 2 boxes each. And really the reason why I never sold them is because Rogue is broken. So I have to figure out how to, I guess I'm gonna yank her out. She's glued in. And this one won't be that type of problem. Just Iceman is a little bit broken, but that won't be any big deal. That'll pack away nice. And of course we gotta pack away Maximum Carnage. But basically once the 6 statues in here are packed and we pack up those books, I'm like almost good to go. Got to get rid of these 2 chairs and this table. The desk I'll probably bring with me. And we got a bunch of single issues that we're gonna have to deal with. So that should be pretty easy. For now, let's go hit Home Depot. And I gotta hit the LCS because it is New Comic Book Day. Real quick, we're still doing this giveaway for the Infamous Ironman issue #1, CGC 9.8 with that Iron Man Doom cover. We pulled this live off of Courtyard.io. Courtyard created an online marketplace originally for graded trading cards. Then they got into digital pack breaks where you could win those physical cards, and now they're doing comic book box breaks. You're gonna get about a $200 book on average. Sometimes it's gonna be a little bit more, sometimes it'll be a little bit less, but they also have big key issues. You can see what's been recently pulled right there on the site. You can see what big keys are still available, and you can see the odds in real time as well. Now, what's cool about Courtyard, as soon as you pull the book, you have multiple options. You can sell it right back to Courtyard for 90% of the fair market value. This way you can buy another box or just cash out. If you think you can get more than that 90% of FMV, you can sell it right on that marketplace for no fees. Of course, you can have Courtyard ship you the physical item. You just got to pay for the shipping. Or you can keep it and Courtyard will store it in their vault. You can have it in your digital collection until you're ready to make a move. In order to enter this giveaway, what I want you to do is sign up for Courtyard. You can either use the link in the description or in the pinned comment, or just use code GemMint10 when you're signing up, and it'll give you 10% off of your first purchase. Then come back and comment on this video what your Courtyard name is, and I'll add you to the list. Now, if you've already did this on the last video, I'm gonna give you an extra entry if you put your name on this video as well. So you could have 2 entries if you commented on both videos. All right, you guys, check you out on Courtyard and let's finish the vlog. All right, before we hit Home Depot, you know, I had to hit the comic shop, New Comic Book Day. So Absolute Superman 9, looking forward to that. Fantastic Four 1, Fantastic Four 1 First Steps. I actually have already read this digitally. This was from last week, Ultimate Wolverine 7, which I read. And also, I already read this, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion 2. By the time you guys see this vlog, I would have already put out the New Comic Book Day video, so you'll already hear my thoughts on this. But figured I'd show you in real time picking them up. All right, y'all, here we go, the depot. Let's pick up these boxes, we'll get some packing paper, and we'll get this party started. All right, so you want to go with the small heavyweight, because if you go large and you fill them up with a bunch of books, they're going to be heavy. So I got 3 packs of 20. I might need more, might need less, but Steph and the kids will use some as well. So we'll see how 60 works. And so far I got 2 packs of paper. So I'm gonna use this as the stuffing, or whatever you wanna call it, the protection for the Omnis. These are like $1.70 something each. So for 60 boxes, it's like $106. And they're like $25 each for the packs of paper. So a few dollars
to package these Omnis up, you guys.
All right, guys, we got 2 storage units. We're in the climate control. What's up, Phie? So now we gotta pack up our stuff and move it into here. All right, you guys, we're here. Storage unit city. You know what time it is. All right, so check this out. We're on our way back from the storage unit, and Phie spots a spinner rack out front on the road. Just, hey, come grab this. So we picked it up, man. Check it out. We got some books in there just to kind of test it out. I think I'm gonna put this in the corner in the new setup, wherever that may be. But pretty cool, man. I've never had a spinner rack. Before I started packing up the books, I felt compelled to start breaking down the statue area. I just kind of felt like it would be easier to knock all of these out, and then we can go run them to the storage unit. So this is me packing up the Weapon X Wolverine premium format. I kind of break it down in its place, and then I put the pieces in the box, and then I put the tissue paper. Now with this one was a last minute thing. I got the Hellboy from Iron Studios in, so really quick I did the video, and after I did the video I decided to pack it up. So this is me breaking down Hellboy, and then we'll put that in the storage unit as well. All right, then we decided to break down Elektra. What's funny is I had to look up my old videos to see how the pieces fit back in the box. You could use the Sideshow videos, but I decided to pull my own up, and I had to do that for a couple of these pieces. So that's Elektra packed up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and break down the Wolverine versus Grey Hulk maquette. I don't know if I ended up having to pull up my old video for this one. This one was a little bit more self-explanatory. All right, so then that's that. So we got to do Stan Lee. I got a couple of smaller Iron Studios pieces as well. Well, this is Maximum Carnage, so breaking this one down, definitely needed to pull out the video because there's a lot of tendrils, all of the smaller characters. It's kind of difficult to figure out which area they go in, but we got Maximum Carnage boxed up. And then here's me doing the smaller, like Age of Apocalypse, Iron Studios pieces. I also bring out Stan Lee from by the book area, and we pack up Stan Lee as well. So there goes Stan. Oh no, wait, here he goes. Yeah, here goes Stan Lee. I'm going like the Flash, y'all. All right, so after Stan Lee's packed up, we got to just do the 2 Sentinels, and they each have 2 boxes. So we're breaking down Sentinel number 3. This was another one I had to bring out my old videos. What's funny is the Sentinel Diorama 1 is from 2021, man. I've had that piece 4 years now. These will look cool in the new setup. I'll probably put them as like centerpieces, but here's me breaking down the last statue, the Sentinel versus X-Men Diorama number 1, Iron Studios. And with that, I'm going to haul these all off to the storage unit. All right, so it's been a few days since I picked up these supplies, but I ended up packing up all the statues, and we did a few trips back and forth to the storage unit, doing some of the family stuff, some of the kids stuff. So now I'm gonna start packing up some of the Omnis. I think what I'm gonna do is start on the sides with the stuff that I'm definitely 100% for sure keeping, and then I'll work my way to the backdrop here because I don't know how many more videos I'm gonna have to do in this setup. So I'll get rid of the kind of areas you don't see. This mic stand sucks. And I think I'm gonna pack everything that I absolutely have to keep, that I love, I would never get rid of. And I might do a big sale on all the other stuff that I'm like, I can go either way with it. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. And I guess a quick tutorial on how I pack all my Omnis for moving, because this is gonna be the second time I've done it now. So like you've seen earlier, I got a 20 pack here of the small heavy duty Home Depot boxes. Let's just set one up real quick. Now I'm kind of gonna pack it as if I was gonna ship these books somewhere, but I'm not gonna go as crazy with it. But what I'm gonna do is make a little bed with some paper. I'm gonna start probably with the Spawn books. We're gonna start with Spawn, and I don't know how many volumes I'm gonna be able to get into this one box, but I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. All right, so I'm gonna kind of like mimic what you see in those like penguin boxes. I'm gonna kind of do these types of shapes. Make a little bed. Now, if I was gonna ship the books, I would probably put them in individual like bags, like blue bags that I have. But I don't think it's gonna be necessary for me to just put it in the car and put it in a storage unit. They're not gonna move around that much. All right, so I got a little bed. Let's see how many volumes we can fit, and then I'm gonna pack paper around the sides. I'm actually gonna start putting some on the sides right now before it gets too deep. The main thing with packing to move or to ship, you wanna eliminate the ability for the thing inside the box to move around. That's the biggest thing. Try to get the corners. It's gonna be a heavy box. So that's gonna be all. It's gonna fit 5 deluxe editions. So what did I say? Each box can be like 4 to 6 hardcovers. And I got 60 boxes, but already 20 got swiped between Phie and the kids for packing their stuff. So we're gonna fill up 20, 40 boxes and see how much more we need. I'm gonna kick on some music, finish this box, and I'll catch up when this box is ready. All right, that was kind of faster than I thought. All right, so yeah, it's good enough. Not to ship, I wouldn't ship it like this, but to put it in the storage unit, it should be fine. I'm gonna put Spawn 1 through 5 on the top and the side because I remember stacking these all up in the storage unit down here. Nothing's on the side. You have to take everything off the top to see what's underneath it. So this way I have what's in the box on the top and on the sides. All right, so that's one box done. 79 more to go. All right, let's make a little bed. All right, let's do the rest of the Spawn, and I'll probably throw some of the Invincible hardcovers in here as well. All right, so Spawn 6 through 8, Invincible 1 and 2. I'm gonna throw in the Inkle with the Invincible books. This is a keeper because I know Phie really loves this. We read this. It was one of the first kind of hardcover reviews we did together. And this is the newer edition, still sealed. And that'll be all that fits in this box. All right, now I'm gonna start on the Turtles books. I'm keeping all of those. I'm gonna start with the Archie books, or book, because it's bigger than the rest. So I'll probably do Archie, then the compendiums, then the deluxe editions. All right, so only got a couple of more Turtles. I have Last Ronin 1 and 2, the new IDW Library Edition, and Batman and Turtles. So I'm gonna add, I think, the Hellboy Monster Edition, and if I can fit, Something is Killing the Children and Berserker. All right, so Berserker didn't fit. So let's put Berserker in this box. And man, I think that's everything that's a keeper. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put that Archive Edition here as well. I do like this Archive Edition. So Spider-Man Archive. We're gonna put in Berserker. I think what I'll do is put in my Superman Omnis too. I have 3 Superman Omnibus. I'm keeping them all. The Exiled and Other Stories, Death and Return of Superman, and Triangle Era Volume 1. I'm gonna put my art books in this one so that this way I'm actually done with that whole section. I got my ice cold hip hop jewelry book, the Tashin book, which is a tight fit, but I think it'll be all right. Then I got a couple of Justco art books and my Boris Vallejo and Julie Bell. And I'll probably have to put some more in here as well, but we'll pack those in here and see how much room I got. Can't think of anything else to put in here, so I'll just put Injustice Volume 1 and 2. That reminds me, I gotta get Injustice 2 Omnibus. But we'll put Injustice in here, and I think that'll be a wrap on this box. I think I'm gonna throw in some of my Batman Omnis. I'm gonna do the Batman Adventures, the 2 Omnis, probably do DC and Marvel, and Batman Hush. Actually, I think Hush might be too big for this one. Gotta throw in a random book on top here, and then we'll be finished with this one. I might take a break. I don't know. I'm making good progress. We're done with all the indies. Making some progress on DC. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so let's do a Batman box. Let's do Neil Adams, Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale, and probably Nightfall volumes 1 through 3. That should probably fit. It's not gonna fit. Maybe I'll switch this up. I just gotta keep them all together. Why would I split up the 3 volumes? So let's maybe put a 2-book set or 2 solo books like Hush and something else. Oh, let's do Batman New 52. All right, so it looks like the battery's running low on the SD card. So we're gonna do Nightfall and probably Hush, and then maybe I'll take a break, mess with this footage, and then we'll come back. We'll finish up DC and we'll start Marvel. All right, guys, this feels like a good place to cut the vlog short. Maybe we'll do this as a part 1 and part 2. I gotta finish packing up the rest of the books, and maybe we'll show you getting those books into the storage unit, and then eventually unboxing, unpacking, and getting set up in the new house. So appreciate you guys watching the vlog. Leave a like, leave a comment. Remember to comment your Courtyard name, even if you already did it on the last video, or if this is your first time, and stay minty fresh. Peace.